Alrighty. Just gonna confirm that we are live, and I'm gonna listen for the audio. Alright. Just gonna confirm that we are. Alright, audio sounds good. I don't think we got any problems today. Hopefully, we don't have any problems today. Ah, what a fucking world. What an absolute world. I figured I'd do this last live stream, this final live stream before Octo's new episode of PGW gets us kicked off the internet forever. Just one last hurrah. Just to make sure we really dig it in before Octo's creations, his evil German creations, okay, funny bot us, into the fucking, they yeet us from the platform immediately. They say, what the fuck is this, German? All right, this isn't gonna work, buddy. You gotta knock it off. Okay? You gotta stop. Lately, the Peanut Gallery, of course, trying for impeachments. It's not my fault. Okay? I did nothing wrong. I promised you free and fair elections. It's not my fault if we don't agree on what free and fair is defined as. Okay? If we don't agree on the definition of free and fair, that's not my fault, buddy. Okay? You need to get over it. Anyway. Was there anything else before I move into the first video? Well, you know what? I'm going to join the Troublemakers VC. And if we have any viewers that want to jump in, come on, join the VC. Oh, everything's running slow as fucking palm water. Oh my god, finally. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You finally let me join it. Oh my god. There we go. Okay. So, I mean, if we have anybody in our server that would like to join the live stream, the final live stream, okay, before the peanut gallery is yeeted from existence, okay, it really is that terrible. Okay, if you missed this episode of PGW on Premiere, okay, do a fucking flip. Just do a fucking flip already. Kick a chair, take a toaster bath, and hero yourself. Whatever means you need to get the job done. Okie dokie. So, I guess we'll start with the Bash update. Why isn't this coming up? Oh, that's why. There we go. There we go. Now she's working. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah. That'd probably be the first thing. CDN in the dustbin of history. Finished. Okay. We're gonna start with the Bash update. Because Bash put out this is from when was it, like a month ago. He put out this update. But we're gonna see what's going on with our old buddy Cameron Bash. How's he been doing? I'm sure that FAM is ready to fucking power up and just dominate the fucking sea. Like, they're coming back. The king's coming back to his fucking throne. I know it. I just fucking know it. Okay? You can't fool me. I know it. So let's take a look at this video and we'll see what King Cam. Let's hear his proclamations of how he's going to bring greatness back to the forever movement.
Hey folks, Cameron Bash here, and thanks for bearing with me for this update. Life has been pretty busy on my end of things for a variety of reasons, which is what has led to the delays on this update coming out. But today, I'm finally ready to jump into things, provide this update, and explain where we're going from here. I felt some nerves around putting this update out due to the natural fear of disappointing people and letting you down, but I'm sure that the opposite of this, that being no updates and a lack of communication.
I'm sorry, Cam. I'm getting distracted here. What the fuck is this? What is this? What is this? What is this M symbol? It looks like a villain's helmet. Okay? It looks like the fucking helmet that a villain would wear. You know, fucking Scissorhead. Scissorhead the villain wearing his evil helmet. Holy shit.
Will only disappoint people even more, which makes this update necessary in my mind. And this may be a bit long-winded, and I'm sure there'll be people here who aren't affected by this and don't care for this update, but for those of you who do care,
there's people here who's not going to be affected by this. Probably like all the bots that you used to use for your views.
I wanted to provide a proper and in-depth explanation so that you know what's been going on. So, what's been going on? At the end of 2024/beginning of 2025, we had our official relaunch/revamp of the Movement VIP Club to coincide with the announcement of FAM World. The main purposes of the VIP Club were to provide members with sneak peeks on the development of FAM World, provide members with other fun activities and incentives, and to put the money raised from the VIP Club back into the movement to help grow and foster a fun community. When we made these announcements, we were working with a small team of people to help bring FAM World to life. For clarity, this team was a fair bit smaller compared to what we're used to working with. We went from working with around over 50 people on projects such as FAM Royal Rumble and Faniversary 5 to working with around 12 people on this FAM World project.
Gee, Cam, I can't imagine why. I can't imagine why. Probably because you've like basically alienated everybody who tried to even be your fucking friend. And then you take months and months off at a time to address your personal life, which is, I'm not faulting you for. Like, I'm not faulting you for doing that. Matter of fact, I encourage it. I wish fucking Walton would do the same thing. But, like, you can't be surprised that people ain't going to sit around and wait for you, bro. It just is what it is.
Unfortunately, that number has dwindled to the extreme, as at this point in time, I've been left as the only person actively working on FAM World. To clarify, I'm not trying to throw anyone under the bus here, which is why I'm not going to be mentioning any names. The bottom line is that all of these people have very valid reasons for not being able to continue their work on FAM World, and I don't hold any ill will towards anyone regarding this. It's just the way life works out sometimes. This, in turn, put a lot of pressure on me. Since around February time, everything related to the movement, that being the YouTube channel, the Twitter page, the Discord server, our other social media, the development of FAM World, the VIP Club, the core events, and anything else we have done, has all been handled by just me.
Well, here's an option, Cam. Here's an option. Okay, I know this is sound crazy, but why don't you get a real job? Why don't you take those skills that you use to manage and do all this fucking shit for FAM and go do that for a company where they'll actually pay you a real fucking salary? You know, like not like chump change working at the fucking fish and chip stand. I'm talking like real fucking money. But you have this delusion that you're going to turn this into a fucking brand that somebody's going to care about. Like, bro, the FAM era is over. Okay? The fucking call show era is over. Okay? People are too lazy. They're not dedicated anymore. The product's not as hot as it once was, as far as like the appeal of the competitive or the dedicated call show scene. Like, wrestling today is just a fucking acrobatic show. Okay? It's just a bunch of fucking guys doing insane retard things to try to get a spotlight. because they don't know how to have actual personality. You know, we've replaced personality with slogans, glitz, and glamour. It's all sizzle, no steak. So, you know, it is what it is, dude. Maybe it's time to move on to something else. You know, it was pretty easy for me to move on because I have other interests outside of goddamn wrestling. Matter of fact, I don't even watch wrestling. I don't even care about wrestling anymore. Like I'm done. That's done and dusted for me. I moved on. You know, I think I stopped watching wrestling probably about the time that I hit 19 or 18. Like I just really stopped caring. Like I found other things, other avenues in life. I don't need this shit. I did this for fucking shits and giggles. Never took a single dime out of either FAM or Unite, and I refused to because I was not going to turn this into a job. It was going to be a hobby. It was going to be something to do. It was going to be something to fucking waste my time or use my talents with. But I did it because I was friends. I was friends with Rom. I was friends with BH. I liked Merc. I got along with most everybody in FAM. Didn't have too many problems. But you guys, you know, you can't stop being a retard. You just can't. You have to fucking chase this shit. It's ridiculous. No, it's time. Like hopefully, hopefully, uh, you'll see the light. Hopefully, you'll wake up and realize that like you need to get serious with life, bro. Because this internet shit, it's not real. It's fleeting and it's ridiculous. So, I mean, hopefully you'll figure it the fuck out.
And honestly, I did welcome the challenge of it. I've faced challenges of large workloads on my own when it comes to this online stuff in the past, and I've been able to navigate through it just fine. But at this current stage of my life, taking on this much has proven to be quite difficult. The difficulties arose from a number of places. First and foremost, my health. I've gone into my health issues at length in the past, and you can find videos and updates around this on the Movement YouTube channel, so I won't bore you with the details again. However, despite being over some of the bigger hurdles such as my thyroid cancer, I have been left with some issues that could potentially be lifelong as a result of this, with the biggest one being my eyesight. I have extreme double vision, often operating on a day-to-day basis with one eye closed, which, in turn, has led to a big decrease in my overall sight and eye health.
Like you just put a fucking eye patch on, like when you were a pirate. Okay, you're pretty used to that, right? Oh my god, guys, you don't understand. It's the double. It's definitely the thyroid cancer and not the booze I was consuming all day. That's why I have double vision. Okay, it was definitely the thyroid cancer.
As you can probably understand, this makes doing things on the computer quite difficult for long periods of time. On top of that, my passion for WWE games as a whole has started to weigh on me. Since around 2016, I have pretty much only used these games as a creative tool to make core-related shows, such as FAM and JAM, and to make content covering the game on YouTube. But outside of that, trying to interact with these games to do anything outside of core has always felt like a bit of a drag to me.
That's wait. What a fucking sad statement to make. Cameron Bash, can only bother to play these fucking games, uh, as it pertains to making FAM shit or YouTube shit, because I simply cannot enjoy this fucking clunky garbage of a fucking development piece of shit outside of those parameters. What a sad statement to make, bro. You played video games because it was fun. And if it's not fun anymore, I think it's time to move on and do something else. Again, didn't want this. I didn't want it to ruin video games for me either. That was another thing. It started ruining games because when it feels like it's a fucking an obligation, you just lose interest. And that's probably why I don't play video games like that anymore. might play the occasional game of like Civ 5, but I don't really play video games anymore. I found other things in life. And I think that's what it's time for you to do now too, Cam. I say this not as somebody who hates you. I say this as somebody who wants to save you from your fucking self.
I don't find these games fun or enjoyable, and I feel the people who create these games are more interested in trying to milk the player base of money more than they are concerned with creating a fun and engaging product that people want to come back to. This all came to a bit of a head this year when creating content covering the new WWE 2K25. Creating said content was a lot more difficult due to my eye health and everything else that I had on my plate, and I just wasn't getting any enjoyment or fulfillment out of what I was putting out there. It was very forced, but I didn't want to give up. I felt I had made a commitment to this game franchise and the community, and I needed to push through and get on with it.
You know what? Something feels like it's missing. I need to make a little adjustment real quick. There. Oh, hang on. There we go. There we go. That's what's missing. Okay.
But this ended up having quite a negative impact on myself and my mental health, and quite frankly, I'd personally find it very silly for a video game to have that type of impact on a person. So at the time, I made the decision to step back from that stuff and focus more on the development of FAM World and the movement community in general.
Why don't you work on the development of your fucking life instead, bro? Stop worrying about this goddamn video game shit. It's not real.
However, I am still only one person. FAM has never been a project that only one person...
Hold on, run that back for me. Run that back for me.
And the movement community in general. However, I am still only one person.
That's not what the scale says.
FAM has never been a project that only one person can bring to life, and with FAM World being our most ambitious project to date, that is certainly not something that can be delivered by just one person, and quite frankly, even if I did push myself to the extreme, I don't want to do it on my own. When I think back to working on FAM over the years, my favourite moments have included having lengthy conversations with Rombuster as we write our in-depth storylines, or sitting in long calls with Stigma while we create and work on graphics, and then getting to see all of your reactions when the show is finally released and live streamed on YouTube.
Oh my god. Oh my god. We need a montage now. We need like a Cam Bash montage. You know, where he's like talking to Rom, and then it cuts to him and Stigma creating graphics, and then him watching the live stream jerking off.
Favorite moments didn't include the sleepless nights, the banging my head against a wall trying to perfect an edit, or being forced to do...
Maybe that's why you have double vision. Banging your fucking head against the wall gave you fucking CTE, and now you can't see straight.
Do things on my own because other people weren't able to fulfill the commitments that they had made. In fact, those were my least favourite parts of the process, and unfortunately, those are the parts that I am left with trying to bring this thing together on my own. All of this has a knock-on effect to the VIP Club. I understand and appreciate that the main thing people are subscribed to the VIP Club for are those FAM World sneak peeks and updates, as well as priority entry into our core events. With the increasingly difficult circumstances around FAM World, it's made it very hard to deliver on those sneak peeks and updates, and with my passion for WWE games dwindling, it's made it hard to put effort into running the core events. To be clear, the core event itself, where I get to hang out and chat with all of you on the live stream, that part is great. But preparing for the core event, making everything needed for the event, needing to watch the same repetitive gameplay every single event, that part, not so great. Which is what brings us to today. As of today, the story for FAM World Season 1 is complete. There is a full story there, and many of the scripts and dialogue for the story have been completed as well, and if I do say so myself, it's pretty good. It's fun, It's exciting, it's fresh, it's different. It would likely be the thing that would help the core community evolve that next step further once again, like FAM has done many times in the past. But without a dedicated team to bring that project to life, this is the state that it will unfortunately need to stay in for the foreseeable future. I am not cancelling the project. I am not saying that this project will never see the light of day. But at this current moment in time, this is not the right time to bring this project to life. No one knows what the future holds. There may come a time where myself, Rombuster, Stigma, and many other core members of this FAM group suddenly do have the time and resources to bring this thing to life.
Yeah, suddenly you all fucking lose your goddamn minds, decide that I'm really gonna shoot for this fucking online wrestling bullshit. Okay, I'm really gonna dedicate my life. Okay, I listen. I've lived in a house long enough. Okay, and I don't have any $1,000 light bills. I need this call shit. Okay, stop judging me. I'm dedicated to getting this call shit out.
But right now is not that time. I genuinely do believe in the forever part of Forever a movement, and I truly believe that this thing will never completely die as long as there are people passionate about the world that we have created. So with all of that being said, for the time being, the future of FAM is on a definite hiatus until further notice.
Oh my god, shut it down. Shut it down. This is like the third fucking time Cam has shut down FAM. Just unbelievable.
With that, we will also be pulling back on our VIP Club offerings as of today, but instead of just scrapping these incentives and getting rid of all of them, we will now be making them free and accessible to anyone who wants to take part. Some of the things, such as FAM World sneak peeks and getting shoutouts during our YouTube videos, will be pulled entirely, but things such as our hangouts, watch parties, and anything else like that will now be publicly available within our Discord server where any and everyone can take part. Despite pulling back the offerings of the VIP Club, we won't be closing it down completely. This is for two main reasons. Now that this update has been delivered and I've made it clear where my relationship is with WWE Games, I also want to make it clear that I'm not going anywhere, and I still plan on being active in the online space, especially as it pertains to the real-life wrestling product.
I mean, that's if he can see long enough to type out anything or fucking post a video.
WWE as a whole is something that I am very passionate about, and I want to keep engaging with and covering as much as I possibly can, and in turn, I imagine that the output of the Movement brand as a whole will shift from WWE Games to real-life WWE, as it kinda has been the case over the last few months anyway. So rather than completely close down the VIP Club just to reopen it again in the future, I'll keep it active for now. On top of that, 100% of the money raised through the VIP Club has gone back into the movement in one way or another, whether that be for the gift cards that we give out as part of our prediction challenges, the prizes that we've given out as part of our core events, or the t-shirts that we'll be sending out as part of our quarterly merch incentive attached to the legendary tier.
Yeah, that's great. Here's a fucking FAM t-shirt. Somebody asks you, what's FAM? And you go, oh, well, they're like on an indefinite hiatus for right now.
I wanted to make that clear as part of this video, just in case there was anyone out there thinking that this was another Unite situation, where someone is running away with all the money after not delivering on something. Don't worry, there is no...
You're putting this shit on an indefinite hiatus. What do you mean you're not delivering? You're literally not delivering. Listen, guys, I know I promised you this project, and I'm not saying it's canceled. We're on an indefinite hiatus.
Money to run away with, because all of that money was put back into the movement. There is no money to run away with.
What a sad statement. What a fucking statement. There's no money to run away with because we didn't have any money? Okay, we didn't get paid like BH did in Unite. Okay? He collected all the fucking bucks and we got nothing. Okay? We're getting nothing. Our coffers are at zero. Nobody's donating shit. Okay, the only money we're getting is from that card that Garcia didn't cancel before he died. Okay, that recurring charge just comes in every month like clockwork.
Because all of that money was put back into the movement, giving back to you folks. And I would love to continue doing this type of stuff going into the future. So, if there's anyone out there who would like to support these efforts and remain subscribed to the VIP Club to help out with this kind of thing, that is very much appreciated, but please remember, certainly not required in any capacity. So, we've covered what's happened over the last 6 months or so, we've talked about where we are today, but what does the future hold? At this time, I don't want to make any strong promises. The whole reason I've needed to provide this update today is because of promises made 6 months ago that we weren't able to uphold. So,
once again, taking the money and running away without delivering.
I'm not looking to get myself into that same situation again. With that being said, to echo a point I made just a moment ago, I am still extremely passionate about wrestling and WWE as a whole. So as we head into the future, that is where I want to divert my efforts. I'm not 100% sure at this time where this journey will take me. There are many ideas and things that I would like to do, so don't be too surprised if you see some experimentation from me over the next few months before I land into something more concrete. But this is
Yeah, like a fucking pair of cement shoes when you don't.
a journey that I am excited for, and in all honesty, I haven't felt this excited about doing things online in a long time. I do sincerely apologize if this update has disappointed or upset any.
Guys, you don't understand. I'm so excited about doing things online that I'm putting FAM on an indefinite hiatus. Okay, that's how excited I am.
Anyone, and I appreciate if you don't want to follow along with me or the movement going forward while we're not working on the things that you expected. But for those of you who do want to stay in the loop of what we're doing, I'll leave a link to our Discord server in the description of this video, unless of course you're already watching this on our Discord server, as that will be the main place we communicate the future of this brand moving forward. And to not end things on a sour note, I just wanted to give a huge, gracious thank you to everyone out there who has stuck by me during these difficult last few years.
You're welcome, Cam. Okay, I've been right there. I've had your back the whole time, buddy, ready to stab it with a fucking knife as soon as I get the chance.
In an ideal world, none of this would have ever happened. But it has happened, and not a single person has reached out to me with any sort of animosity or hate.
That's because I didn't know I needed to. Okay, you blocked me. I tried to reach out to you to tell you what a fucking retard you are, but you have me blocked. Because you're such a big man.
You've all shown me nothing but love and respect as I've tried to navigate through all of this shit, and I can't thank you enough for that. Thank you for being understanding. Thank you for being supportive. And to all the people who'll continue riding with me into the future as we embark on this new adventure, thank you for sticking around. I hope I can make it worth your time and make you feel valued as a member of our community. This has been Cameron Bash for The Movement, signing off.
Oh my God, Cam. But I hope you get better, bro. I hope that they figure out I hope they figure out your situation with your thyroid cancer and all that. I hope you get better. In truth, I wish nothing but well wishes to you. I'm gonna take a moment. I just need to grab something to drink, and then we're gonna come back and we're going to take a look at something that I think you'll be excited about. Be right back. Alrighty. So, I'm going to get this ready. Don't start without me. Don't start without me. I need to queue up this next video, though. So, yeah, you're going to have to give me just a minute. Oh, where is it? Semi. Okay. So, our boy Rom has been quite the busy boy. He made a spectacular piece of media for us. You know, I'm just going to turn the image off because I don't want to interrupt this masterpiece. This fucking masterpiece. Okay? We're going to see how Rannick ran for Prime Minister. This is brilliant.
Poor unfortunate souls. That's what we, the not evil party, call the multi-citizens of today. For they are living in an age of uncertainty. A generation where no party or leader can take reign. Worst part is, they expect you all to act the fool and join them in their blind crusade of destruction. Are you a fool? Are the people here fools? No? You're... I can't say something so absurd. What?
Sir, the line is, no, you're not. It's time to vote for change. Vote for Dr. Rannick and blah blah blah.
Oh, come on, Gaston. Not even I can lie this much.
Remind me, sir, why are you running for Prime Minister?
To then take over the world, Gaston, I must first take over this puny rock. And it's perfect timing for that, cause guess what?
It's election season. It's the one time in every half a decade when this country's unity becomes so fragile. And the perfect opportunity for me to take over Malta.
Oh, I'm so heinous, for I am the evilest evil that ever eviled, Gaston. And soon to be the evilest evil in the parliament seat.
Oh my god. The evilest evil. Okay? You know he's evil. Listen to how evil he sounds and looks. Just, oh my god. You could just, you could taste the evil coming off of him.
How sure are you that you will be elected?
It's simple, Gaston. All I have to do is just sit back, relax, and let them call each other
Corrupt!
No, you're corrupt!
You've been corrupt for the past 10 years.
Yeah, well, you guys were corrupt the entire century you were in office.
Wait till my people hear about it.
Well, we have more people than you.
At least our people are smart.
You just wait till my unbiased news station covers this.
Wait till my super unbiased station hear about it.
You're corrupt.
Presente!
Oh my god. Yeah, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Okay, I'll give you that, Rom. Are you pretty much like encapsulated American politics into one short scene? Very good. Very good. I have to give you a clap for that one. Very good.
You've been corrupt for the past month.
Well, you were corrupt for the entire, weekend you were in office?
Your mom's corrupt.
My mum's dead.
Skill issue.
This is so dumb.
Whatever. I think it's only fair.
What? Go back.
This is so dumb.
Yeah, that pretty much sums up this whole video.
Whatever. I think it's only fair to allow the new party representative to have his turn.
in sports entertainment. Of the people, by the people, of the people. Only when I'm elected, I am going to speed things up and give you exactly what you want. I am here to help. Help you tear each other apart. Aid you in your apparent quest for the total destruction of the Maltese culture.
The Maltese culture. That world-famous Maltese culture that seemingly copies everybody else?
I will also help you with your historical reboot. You obviously don't want to remember your country's story anymore. Like how when your ancestors united together to fight against the Turks, the French, and they even fought against the British in order to claim their independence.
Yeah, they also fought with the Nazis. Do we want to talk about that? How they almost immediately surrendered?
Hell, you even kicked out English just so their language is going to end up killing yours. Since you clearly want to cut ties with the red and white, here's what I'm gonna do when I'm elected. Maltese archaeology, gone! The forefathers' monuments, bulldozed! The Maltese history books, Control, Alt, Delete!
Rom, Control Alt Delete does not delete things. It brings up the task manager. You've been using a computer for how long? You don't know. Oh my god.
Delivery, food delivery, help! No, wait, actually, nah, I'll keep that the same. It's actually filled with good, well-mannered individuals that know what they're doing, and they have the utmost respect for me. They adore me. This talk about food, though. Reminds me about your country's obesity. Look at all these fast food joints. One in every corner. No wonder Malta is ranked at the top 5 most unhealthiest countries, period. How can I create an evil army if you're all so fat?
You want to talk about fat there, Rom? Okay. Because you look like King Kong Bundy up until about 2019.
Your health comes first. So for my first decree, I shall ban the manufacturing of all your pathetic busted teeth.
Ladies and gentlemen, the votes are in. And the winner is Rennick.
Oh, thank you. It's about time Malta got a winner in Eurovision.
Good morning, sir.
Gaston. How? What morning?
He got hit by 2 men and he's got a neck brace on? Broke his arm again? Like, how they must have beat the fuck out of him.
How long was I asleep?
3, maybe 4.
No wonder it's nearly dark.
Weeks.
Weeks! The elections! How'd I do? Did I win? When is my coronation date?
Actually, sir, about that.
I must have got in 100,000. No, 1 million votes!
Actually, 2.
2 million? That's 4 times the population of Malta! All hail the evil ruler!
No, sir. As in 1, 2. Just 2.
2?
Yes, sir. 1 from you, and 1 from your dear mother.
2 votes? 2? Me? My mom? 2. Hey! What about you?
Would you like to know, sir? 1?
I don't care about that. I just want to know what in the rat habits happened.
Well, sir, after your crusade, it was as if the massive rift between the 2 parties and supporters just suddenly vanished. Reminding them about the history of the country has awakened their patriotic side. Now, there is a sudden sense of brotherhood in the air. Protest stopped under the sole purpose of standing up to your potential tyranny.
In other words, you are a fucking cancer, Rom, and when you were knocked the fuck out, people decided, you know what? I feel better. Yeah, fuck all this politics shit.
With the common goal to defend their heritage. they recognize their deep-rooted culture and once again realize that the family-like bond we share in this small island is what makes us Malta. The hidden diamond of the world. It's almost like...
Why does my everything hurt? I was only hit in the head, right?
It's best to think about something else, sir.
You're right. Huh. Yeah, I'll think about how, like, my... Oh, my white Hades! Oh, God! Oh, no, she spent all that money on my campaign! How's my mother taking all this?
Wow, what was that your mom? Oh my god. Oh my god. There she is. Mrs. Parnas. Mrs. Parnas. Like those swinging sweater puppets you have.
I love it when a plan comes together.
So your evil twin brother, orchestrated all that just to get the people on the same page? Well then, I must say, your sibling is losing his edge. Don't you agree, sir?
Now hold on now! My evil brother would never have planned for such a wonderful outcome on purpose.
Isn't that the annoying guy from
after all, he's the most vicious, nefarious, notorious, monstrous, horrendous, malice, callous! My back! Help me, for the love of God! Help me! Gaston! There's three of them now, Gaston! Where are you, Gaston? They're dragging me! No! Gaston, I can't see you!
So, in other words, both Rannick, good Rannick and bad Rannick, or whatever the fuck, evil twin brother, both versions are a bunch of pussies. R.I.P. R.I.P., man. God bless him. Alright. So there was that. And then there was this. Now, Rom had some splaining to do. He said, Rami, you have some splaining to do. And what was he going to do? Not do some splaining? Okay. What are you, crazy? Out of your mind? Fuck off. Okay.
Let me speak in English since most of the viewers I have are non-Maltese.
Yeah. Because there's exactly like 12 people living in fucking Malta.
Good morning, everybody. Let me speak in English since most of the viewers I have are non-Maltese anyway. First, let me explain the little elephant in the room. Now, this is obviously longer hair than I had in the original video because that video is actually a year old, meaning we recorded all those scenes last year at summer. So yeah, this past year I've been working specifically for that video, along with actually doing some facial exercises to remove those chubby cheeks. Listen, dude, if you look at the video, I weigh 80 kilos, right? But that video, you know, the cheeks just make it look like I weigh over 100. So thankfully it looked like it worked, but I don't know, hopefully no more grandma grabs cheeks fiasco, whatever. Now for the heart of the matter, alright? So if you post a comment on my video and it doesn't appear immediately, there's a reason for that. So as of, let's say a few days ago, I decided to start holding on to comments so that then I review them every morning before publishing them. Why? Well, let me explain. At the same time, I will be explaining how we actually get a certain amount.
Yeah, let me explain. You see, people were saying mean things and it hurt my fifis. Okay, people said they wanted to plow my mom, and that hurt my feelings. Okay, that really rustled my jimmies. I couldn't have people going around saying they wanted to pipe down my mom. I agree. You know what? I think that's a step too far. Okay, we all want to pipe down Rom's mom, but you know, this is the internet, buddy. You're supposed to be of high etiquette. pinkies out.
The views for both videos. Though the answer itself is actually quite boring, just letting you know. So essentially, we just use the YouTube promotion option / service that's actually provided by the website.
Right. We paid. Okay, we paid for view. We bought views. That's how we got so many views on the video. We bought them.
Itself. This service basically allows my video to show up via ads, recommendation, front page, on the algorithm for anybody that searches wrestling, follows wrestling under the sports tag, basically. But it's not that simple. You see, first we do that and we promote it in North America for the first 2 weeks. Then we promote it in South America the following week on the 3rd. Then we do it for the UK in the 4th week.
Oh my god, I hope nobody in South America is watching this shit and thinking anything other than these goofy fucking Westerners. Oh, you goofy fuck. Look at this goofy ass motherfucker.
And then finally for Europe and Malta, specifically Malta in general, for the 5th week. Now I can hear you say, Reddick, isn't that cheating? Well, I'm an evil genius, so yes!
Yes, I just cheat. But that's okay. That's okay. At least he's coming out and admitting it. Not something evil people would do.
But I cheat fair and square. But still, how do I get a certain amount of views, you keep on asking? Well, here's the simple, boring answer. You pay. Straight up. The more you spend on a day, the more your video is gonna pop up for wrestling fans. And look, let's just say this. We've got a budget that's around 4 digits.
Yeah, 2 of those are behind fucking a decimal point.
Alright, and we're spending quite a large sum every day to keep the promotional / marketing.
Holy shit. $300 or 300 euros. 70 euros. 300 euros. Holy shit.
Momentum going for this one. With that though, we also inherit some unavoidable problems.
Like debt, because you fucking paid for the promotion and nobody cared.
Oh boy. First of all, while the mass majority are real, etc., we also get some annoying bots, yes. Unfortunately, the type that copy and paste the same crap, emojis, have nothing to do with the video, whatever they type. And then there are those type of bots. The ones with the perverted profile pictures and just post nothing but emojis. You know the ones, alright? I can't say what it is exactly because my audience is, most of them are also children.
Oh my god, what a statement. My audience is children, okay? I bought views and my audience is children.
And speaking of perverted, along with these bots, we also opened up the floodgates for those type of people. Oh boy. Look, I'm all about freedom of speech, alright? I accept any form of criticism, advice, feedback from anybody, essentially. And most of the comments were, respectful, and basically they were just even having fun with some of the characters in there, specifically, Gaston, the glorious Gaston. Now, even more specifically, I'm referring to certain...
Somebody just come in? No? Oh, wait a minute. That was...
Towards the angry rich mother, aka my mom, my actual mom. Listen, I agree, yes, Jessica is a beautiful lady, and God forbid I don't say the same thing about my mother too. However, I'm gonna be frank, alright? Some of these guys, they deserve to be punched in the face through the monitor. Especially when they say these vulgar things about, my mother.
Oh my god. Don't tell Rom you want to fucking pipe down his mom, okay? Don't do that.
What? The first thing I hear from you is that?
Don't do that. Don't tell Rom that you want to fucking... Don't tell Rom you want to give his mom a dirty Sanchez, okay? Don't tell him that. Don't tell him you want to motorboat his fucking mother.
Okay, explain what's happening now. What am I watching? What's going on here?
Well, listen, this is a video that Rom put out on his X account.
Ah,
Okay.
yeah. I must be in good news.
Let's see. Now, you missed a lot. You missed a lot.
What did I miss?
Well, you missed the Bash update from about a month ago. And you missed the first video I did showing Rom's little goofy little Rannick whatever.
Ah.
Okay.
Rannick.
Yeah. Yeah, his goofy little runs for fucking prime minister, whatever the fuck. Here, you can watch it in real time. If it'll load up. Damn.
It says right here, yada yada yada. Addressing some stuff okay. Look, they have no shame about whatever they post online, so
Look, we'll play it.
Alright, thanks.
Some of these guys, they deserve to be punched in the face through the monitor. Especially when they say these vulgar things about, my mother. Look, they have no shame about whatever they post online. So, as of a few days ago, I've been deleting some comments from the video, as well as starting to hold every comment before review so that I'm able to publish them the following morning.
Oh my god, whatever you do, don't go onto his fucking videos and tell him how badly you want to dick down his mom. Okay? That would be terrible. You horrible fucking bullies.
I got nothing to add.
Making sure that A, none of them are bots, and number 2, obviously there are no those type of comments directed towards anybody. I've already had to delete about...
Hold on. Pause real quick.
Uh-huh.
So I'm correct. So I got a question. Was Rom aware of the whole botting situation back in like 2014 for FAM?
I have no idea. I couldn't tell you then. I wasn't even around then.
You weren't?
No, not really. I didn't really start until like 2015 came out.
So he wasn't around. He wasn't like aware of any of the botting situation when Bash was doing whatever he was doing.
I have no idea. I have no idea. I know that Cam bought views. We all know Cam bought views.
Right.
Like he's like in this video though, he's like I'll give Rom credit. He's literally saying it. Yeah, I bought views. And I don't care. And he spent pretty good money on it. He spent like 300 euros one day, and it was another one was like another 300 euros. So
on views.
On views.
I mean, that's one way to get away or get around the algorithm. I'll be honest. The wrestling, as you said, the wrestling games community is a niche and everything like that. So, like, I mean, if you're that desperate, do whichever you got to do. If you want to bot, but like,
Well, this was a live action little production he made. So.
So you got his live action.
Yeah. So.
Okay, yeah, so that makes sense.
It was a little comedy video, but it just like, to me, it falls flat. There's no audience for this. There's no audience for this.
Right. That's because Rom has a very unique sense of humor that, like, what's it called? Like, it's very inside jokey, Like, you have to be inside his, like, I guess, personal friend group. Inside
his fucking head, because nobody gets any of his jokes. All right? I don't think I've ever heard Rom tell a real joke.
There. Yeah, because I personally I never really got his humor, even in like FAM and everything like that. Like they'd be doing comedy skits and everything like that, featuring his character, and I'm all like I feel like I should be laughing, but I'm just mad.
I was the one like when it was me and Rom talking, like I was always the one who was making us laugh. Like I was the one who was fucking cracking the jokes. So that's. But
that's fair.
Not for nothing. Rom is he's fun to talk to, but it's not like he's not like the most entertaining.
It's not like a comedian. Yeah.
Yeah. His best moments was me and him playing off of each other.
Right. Right. Yeah.
More than 100 comments, to say the least, alright? And as long as YouTube starts ironing out the kinks regarding the service...
Haven't ironed out the kinks in the service since, ever, okay? Since ever.
Right.
They're not going to start now, Rom.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for each and every single comment that goes to the video every morning. For those who supported me, thank you very much. Look, the majority of them were...
You don't have to do that, actually. You actually don't have to, like, moderate the comments and everything. You could just ignore the comments.
Like, I don't...
You ever thought about that?
Well, I'm not against him, like go in and delete the fucking scammer ones. You know, the WhatsApp, the click on my WhatsApp or call, text. Okay,
those ones specifically, okay, I understand that. But if it's just insults and everything like that, even to a degree, I feel like, okay, with botting, I can understand why you don't want bots, especially ones that, like, scam and everything like that, or ones that are just inappropriate and everything like that. But, like, what do you expect when, like, you're buying views? Like, that's bound to happen. You're telling me you did this and you didn't think that was going to be a consequence of buying views? Like, bots were going to pop in your comment section?
That, some people just going to fucking say terrible things. Okay?
Right.
If you want, look, it's the double-edged sword, man. You're gonna get attention. You're not always gonna get the attention you want.
Right.
Okay? You gotta take the good with the bad. And when someone says, like, I get it. Okay, you're a mama's boy, you got an Oedipus complex, so when someone says something about your mom, you take a personal step. Right, I get it. But on the other side of that, if you allow people to speak, then other people will jump in.
Right.
And you get even more engagement, and then on top of that, you get more loyalty. If people feel like they're defending you, they tend to become more loyal.
Right.
Like, it's just people are just weird like that.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I feel for him. Like, to be like, I have a close personal relationship with my mother and everything like that. I feel like nobody really wants to see someone talk ill about, their own mother or anything like that. But at the same time, if you're going to be a content creator, you got to expect taking the good with the bad. Of course, there's going to be bad.
Put your mom in the video, you got to know there's going to be somebody who's going to say something.
Oh, he put his mom in. Okay. Yeah.
He put her in the video. Like, granted, she's only there for like a hot second. Emphasis on the hot. All right, because just like everybody else, I'd like to plow Rom's mom. Just take her down to fucking Plow Town.
You horrible person.
Oh,
why? Why are you like this? Listen. You see, this is what happens. Anyone who's forgetting why the Peanut Gallery, like anyone who's sitting there like, you know what? The Peanut Gallery hasn't uploaded in a while. Maybe I had them wrong. Maybe I gave them the wrong idea. DNA is exactly the reason why you did not want these fuckers back.
Listen, okay? I smack her across the face with it. I just want her to say, yes, Daddy. That's all. Just say, yes, Daddy. Okay? She's got to call me Daddy. Or else she's getting blocked.
God damn it. I forgot about that. I forgot about that.
I'll leave her in a pile of sweat and cum.
Positive, respectful criticism, or just positive feedback overall. I'm not going to highlight this annoying factor when the positives outweigh them by a tenfold. I just don't like any form of confusion, especially in pertains to my content or video, whatever, but basically just want to let you guys know as to why your comments won't be immediately shown or published once you post them. I appreciate you all once again. I am truly grateful for the support you've shown me since the inception of Rennick, since February of 2024. Thank you guys. Have a fantastic evil day.
Oh my god.
So, okay, so who was he posting that response video or like, I guess that addressing update video to?
I have I showed it I showed it earlier in the stream. It's a video about wanting to run for fucking prime minister of Malta or some shit like that. But the problem is retarded. So he just gets punched. He gets punched in the face, and then he wakes up after the election and he hasn't won. So the whole thing was a waste of fucking time.
Well,
Okay.
that's the thing. Like, okay, I can understand like that's what the video was, and I can understand like I guess there was an audience for that. But who was like in an uproar? Hey, my comments aren't showing in the video and everything like that. And he said, "Hey, you know what? Maybe I should make an address video too." Who was in like not what was this like? I guess maybe the question wasn't less who was this audience for and everything like that, or who was this addressed to? But like, why make an address video talking about, hey, there are people saying ill things about my mom, so I'm going to turn off the comment? Don't you think that's going to incline people to say more ill things about your mom?
No. That's not how the internet works. Okay, when you tell them what bothers you, trolls just go away. They feel bad about it. Okay? Just ask like Chris Chan or any other locale that's ever been out there. The trolls start feeling really bad about saying things about your mom, and then they don't say anymore. Like, they don't do it anymore.
Right.
They just walk away. They feel bad. All right? That's how the internet works.
Yeah, silly me. I'm new to the whole internet scene. While you guys were like, I guess, doing your 2K25s or your 2K whatever, I was off the grid.
Right. This is why we haven't done multiple streams on Walton. Okay, because we all felt really bad about making fun of him. He said that hurt his fee-fees, and so we immediately walked away. Right?
Oh boy.
That's why we haven't done multiple streams on Walton. Give me a minute. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna grab something to drink again, and then I'm gonna get into the main event. And I'm glad you're here because you really need to see this. Okay, I needed at least one more person to listen to this masterpiece that I'm gonna present to you, because you're not gonna believe it.
Oh, good God! I can see the other tab. Oh my God! What are you gonna make me watch?
You'll see. Give me right back.
That awkward moment when your viewer is more involved in the peanut gallery than actual peanut gallery. Hey, can I see it? All right, let's see here. Are there any people commenting here? Oh, there's 4 viewers. The viewers went up when I came around. Nice. Let's see here. Thank God I can't fucking hear myself. All right. Does anyone have any questions, comments, and concerns? These type of streams are more engaging when there's people actually in the chat saying that. Even if you want to say something, there's 5. See, all those people that said JT, whatever his name is, he can't draw a dime. Yeah, look at this. There's 1 viewer in here when DNA was here, and now there's 5 viewers when I'm here. Yeah, I can draw. I can only draw 4 people, but I'm a draw. Up, and it went down. Nice. I guess I got a view bot to stream whenever I need it, whenever I appear. Dear God.
Alrighty.
All right, thank God.
Let's get this show on the road. All right.
So turn back up. We got 4 again.
So for the main event, I have this amazing video that I would like to share with you all. And it's called The Satanic High Wizard Escapes the Illuminati and Becomes a Christian. Oh my God.
I might have been the only one high wizard in the whole world out of 7 billion people. After you're in there a certain number of years, you have to go to Bohemian Grove. You have to party with rock stars. You have to travel. this isn't fun anymore. You realize that if you leave, there's 3 ways to leave. You can die of natural causes, you can be murdered, or you can commit suicide. Now,
yeah, I'd say that's pretty much the only 3 ways out. Yeah.
Now that I'm the High Wizard, I know the devil's.
Huh?
I was just gonna say that was such a stupid thing. I had to literally analyze that to see if there was like some type of other way that someone can die, but I'm literally stupefied that he literally just explained every way to die on planet Earth.
I mean, you either kill yourself, you're killed by somebody else, or you just die from, I don't know, accident, old age.
Yep, natural causes. Wow.
Poison, poisons.
Poisons. You know what? Fair.
But
Well,
poison, yeah.
Poison, I feel like kind of either someone poisoned you, which is murder, or you poisoned yourself, which is technically suicide, even if it's by accident.
Or you accidentally poisoned yourself. You ate the wrong thing. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, I still feel like, I guess that classifies like as a separate category than suicide, but like it's close enough.
To me, it falls under natural causes.
Okay, that's fair.
You ate the wrong berries out in the fucking woods, and all of a sudden you die.
Yeah, that's fair.
Real, and I'm pretty certain that hell is a real place, and I am not ready to go.
Hello and welcome back to the Almost False podcast, where I interview regular people with incredible stories. This video is part 2 of Zachary King's story. For those of you who don't know, he sold his soul to the devil at the age of 13. And
oh my God, this man is done. All right, he's already sold his soul. He's finished. He's through. As we all know, those soul binding contracts, they're 100% legit. Okay?
Yep. I mean, you're Death Censorious Angel.
21,
when was the last time you sold your soul?
Which one? Okay. I just collect them like Shang Tsung. And then I sell them off as I need to.
Fair. You're in the selling business. I get you.
I'm a satanic high wizard and was one of the 10 most powerful Satanists in the world. Today we talked about his adult years, his involvement with the Illuminati, and about how he eventually was able to escape all of that alive. If you haven't seen part 1, I recommend that you go watch it first, but if you just want to watch this one, strap in for the ride, because this story is definitely not for the faint-hearted. Can't say that I didn't warn you. So you were part of the World Church of Satan, which at the time was the biggest church, biggest satanic church in the world. And what was your role exactly in there?
I was the High Wizard. So for the first 3 years, I was trying to be the High Wizard. And I would get in with the groups that did abortions, which you had to get in with the High Wizard. And I would let the High Wizard know, I want to do your job. And they would just smile or just laugh, because they knew that I'm seeing it on the outside of them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when you see a rock star and you see him being chased by girls and driving a Lamborghini, you're not seeing it from his perspective.
Right.
He's not having all the fun you think he's having.
Pause right there.
I don't think these things are like comparable. Like rock stars being chased by girls and driving Lamborghinis versus performing abortion blood magic. I mean, what? Two things are not.
I was about to say, what age were you at this time? Because were you like in your early 20s, or were you like a grown ass motherfucking man and thought like, hey, abortions? Yeah, that's my fucking type of jam right there. You
don't understand. Okay, the flavor doesn't come out right if you don't have the abortion with it.
Yeah, I feel like that this start. We're only 2 minutes in, and he started this with an a horrible, horrible way. Like, what do you mean abortions were like fucking the thing that made you think these guys were fucking rock stars? What the fuck is wrong with you?
You know, you're just seeing it from the outside.
Yeah, I was gonna say, sorry, I was just gonna say, now my question is, so that was what made you think that they were cool. They were performing abortions on people.
Well, no, they're not. They're not performing the abortions. Okay, they're performing abortion blood magic.
Yeah, the abortion blood magic. Yeah. But my question is, what was the fucked up shit and everything like that? What was so fucked up and everything that you said, oh, okay, that's a little too much. Yeah, I can't be a part of this anymore.
That's the job I want. Okay, the abortion blood magic high priestess or whatever. That's the job I want. Okay, get out of the way, old man.
Right.
I want that job. He's doing the official magic for the coven. You know, he's getting to drive a Lamborghini. He's got the world in his palm. That's not how he sees it, but I didn't know how he saw it. When I first joined, I got to do magic. I got to go to Bohemian Grove. I got to work with the Illuminati. I got to travel the world. I got to have fun. I got to party with rock stars. After you're in there a certain number of years, you have to travel. You have to go to Bohemian Grove. You have to party with rock stars. You have to travel. You have to do magic. This isn't fun anymore.
That is the essence of hell. Is when your pleasure becomes your pain.
Right. My question is, what are these rock stars you were partying with?
I don't know. Ozzy? Maybe Ozzy's hanging around while they do the abortion blood magic and he's snorting lines. He's like, "Oh, you get him, buddy!"
Yeah. Oh God, I'm getting canceled on this. I'm getting canceled when I leave this stream.
Oh God.
The stuff that they made the most fun in the world for you, which was magic, was no longer fun to do. Now I'm doing magic now because I'm addicted to it. I travel because I have to. Now I'm not the only high wizard. You know, a lot of people look at it as though you must be really busy flying everywhere. It's like, well, I'm busy and I'm flying everywhere. But there's generally between 2 and 5 of us in the world. But that number could be as low as 1 or as high as 10. So even with 10 high wizards in the world, and all of us crisscrossing the world together, we are all busy all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's shockingly amazing how much people want to book you to do things.
So you're the High Wizard of the World Church of Satan, which means, like you mentioned, that you do the official magic of the church. And if somebody just jumped in without seeing part 1, this is not like the same kind of magic that you think of. This is real dark stuff. And you are one of the, at least from what I understand, one of the 10 most powerful people in the world having that role. And you also mentioned in the last part that Satan, it is said that Satan handpicks you. So you ended up getting that from your past in the World Church of Satan. You also mentioned the Illuminati. So I would like you to explain how the World Church of Satan was or still is linked with the Illuminati. Can you kind of give an explanation of all of that together to kind of give us an idea of how these two things are connected?
Spoiler alert, he doesn't tell you shit.
So the Illuminati is like, in a sense, they're like their own satanic coven. But there's not enough people in the Illuminati to run the world. So they need foot soldiers. And for foot soldiers, they use satanic covens and the Freemasons. They changed the way their structure was so that their hierarchy is set up like Freemasonry. And I know that there's a lot of people that when I started talking and you mentioned Freemasons, or I mentioned Freemasons or Illuminati or Bohemian Grove, they switched the channel.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, conspiracy theory stuff, I'm not interested. However, there's a lot of more people that went, oh, conspiracy theory. Let's pay attention.
And we are certainly paying attention on this stream. Okay? Take notes, Deshaun. Here's your future storylines. Okay? Just write everything down.
Yep.
They will almost literally pull the levers and push the buttons of every political action that happens generally in first world countries, but they will do a lot of stuff in third world countries because they can promise things and they can deliver. You know, you use our program, you do the things we say to do, we'll help get you out of poverty. You know, we'll donate a certain amount of money to your country, you know, or
Certainly got those people out of poverty. Okay? I experienced it firsthand, those people being out of poverty.
we'll teach you how to plant crops. We'll show you something that grows in sand. You know, we'll get Bill Gates to design a toilet that not only can you go to the bathroom in it, but it cleans and sterilizes what you put in it, and then it turns that into electricity. You know, and it's like, is that even possible? Just to let you know, that's possible. Bill Gates did that.
Yeah, Bill Gates did personally designed the fucking super toilet. Okay,
Right.
when you go in there and you drop that fucking log of, after you've like consumed about 12 Big Macs and you're, just fucking blowing out the toilet, just know that all that fecal matter, all that goddamn greasy fecal matter is being turned into clean, sterilized electricity. You're taking a dump in the fucking super toilet.
And he did it, I think, in an African country. So they have their hand in so many sinister stews. You know, it's like, because it's not.
How sinister? How fucking sinister is that? Okay, I created super toilet for you Africans so you could have electricity? How fucking sinister. What a terrible thing to do. You should have left those Africans with no electricity whatsoever. Okay, that would have been the nice thing to do. Just to leave them in abject poverty with no electricity whatsoever. Instead of giving them super toilet. Okay, that was the sinister part of it.
Not just government that they rule. Almost every rock star, if you're famous, if you're played on the radio, if people know you, and not just in your home state, but in all the states, the Illuminati probably made you famous. You know, when Taylor Swift came out, I told people she's going to go the same route as Miley Cyrus and Britney Spears. And you're like, oh no, she's so nice and she's a Christian girl and my kids love her. And I was like, well, luckily for you, she's so young right now that by the time she goes off the rails, maybe your children won't like her anymore. Because it's going to be probably 10 years from now.
Yeah, that was a bad prediction. She still hasn't gone off the fucking rails. Poor Tay-Tay.
Yeah.
Poor Tay-Tay. All right, she's being fucking besmirched by this fat fucking abortion Satanist. Okay? I'm not going to take his word for anything because he's a fat retard.
So, but I'm telling you, she's going to go that route. You know, people are like, oh, no. She's Taylor Swift, clean cut girl. She's wonderful. So, as you know, Taylor Swift admits that she does magic.
Yeah, she's very open about it in her videos, and we see it a lot in Hollywood, and that's something that we're definitely going to talk more about later, because those things that you mentioned about Hollywood and the Illuminati, these are not conspiracy theories coming out of your mouth. This is experiences, because you've been there with these people. You were in these groups. So I just want people that are watching this to understand this is not somebody making up a theory or listening to other people online. This is somebody that has been in those circles, that has talked to these people. So just to get out the way. But let's go back to you being a high wizard. We talked about you doing the official magic of the coven, What is?
When exactly did you graduate from Hogwarts? Okay, that's what I want to know. When exactly did you graduate from Hogwarts to become a high wizard?
It's the most powerful spell a high wizard can do.
I was not expecting that to be a question being asked on my day today, but nonetheless, it's here.
This high wizard. You might even say Grand Imperial Wizard.
A hex.
Okay, and how does that work?
Okay, so in any regular spell, let's say you come to my coven, you have a high-end luxury car dealership, and you sell Lamborghinis, Porsches, Rolls-Royce, Mercedes, but there's another place that you want to own, and they sell more than you and better cars than you, but the guy just laughs in your face. He refuses to sell. No matter how much you offer, he refuses to sell. So you come to the coven and you say you want something done. What can you do for me? What can we offer you? And we tell you, we can give you anything from a frozen glass of water in the freezer, which is like the most basic spell, to the evil eye.
A frozen glass of water in the freezer? And we use the power of a natural cold to freeze the glass of water? What are you talking? How is that a fucking spell?
Right.
I summoned the devil to turn this water into ice within an hour in the freezer. It's like I told someone else. It's like you know, you take two sticks together. You know, if I rub them correctly and create the right amount of fucking, you know, friction, I can create fire, right? I can create fire. I don't have to pray to the fucking fire gods while I do it. It works.
Right.
It works without the praying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is not, it sounds a very easy basic spell, but it's not. It's more complex. To potions, elixirs, chants, incantations, all the way up to an abortion, which is a hex. And you're desperate. You've tried everything with this guy.
Apparently not hiring assassins. Okay, apparently you haven't tried to like reach out and touch a brother, get in contact with him. Maybe a couple of homeboys roll up on dude while he's like, I don't know, coming out of the gym or something, or whatever the fuck it is he does. He's rolling out of it. He just gets clipped. Bang, bang. You don't have to go to abortion fucking black magic to get the job done. There's more practical ways to solve this problem.
Nothing works. What will happen if, let's say, you paid $10 million and you got a hex? What's going to happen? Well, you're going to end up with the business, most likely. We can't guarantee how it will happen. It will happen however the devil wants it to happen. You just have to be okay with, you just made a deal with the devil. If you're okay with that, then we'll hand this off to one of our high wizards and he'll do it.
Okay, so there's different levels of spells that a wizard or a high wizard can do. The highest one, which is the most expensive and the most likely to work, is a hex, and that requires an abortion, like you said.
Yes.
Do you know how this works? How can you do an abortion and have whatever you want to happen? Do you have any idea of how that works, or is that kind of like a mystery?
You do.
It's just like, I don't really know how this works. All I know is I just murder a baby and then I get whatever I want. Okay? It's like I don't know how the fucking vending machine works once I put the quarter in it, but once I put the dollar in the vending machine, it just works.
Interesting how this works. Yep.
So I guess baby souls. You just put baby souls into the fucking infernal vending machine, and then you get a wish granted. That's how it works.
You have an area that's set up with your altar and everything on it. You need your magic spell. And then you pretty much go in and do most of your magic spell. Then you go do your abortion. And when you do your abortion, you have to get blood on your hands because you need that blood in the hex. Then you go back to your altar and you do your hex. Now, when you're doing magic, basically what you're doing is praying to Satan to attach a demon to somebody.
Okay.
Every curse is basically the same. But let's say
you're gonna have to fill out these forms in triplicate, okay? Apply for a demon to be attached to somebody, okay? We don't have, like we got to keep a strict schedule around here, okay? We don't have time to send demons after everybody.
Yep. Let's say that I send a demon to somebody, and now a single curse is as it implies. The demon goes one time. So he goes one time, and that person's in a state of grace. So goes, person's in a state of grace. Demon leaves. The curse doesn't there. Hex is a different story.
Okay.
Let's say I do a tri-curse. In a tri-curse, the demon's going to go 3 times. So let's say he's going to go today at noon, tomorrow at 4 p.m., and in 2 weeks he's going to go again at 2 p.m.
Like that's the only time he can get his schedule cleared. Okay. Look, buddy, I've got 8 other people to hex this week. Just this week, okay? I got my schedule's full. I'm gonna have to get back to you in like 2 weeks. Okay, I can't do any hexing today.
If he does all 3 of those, and all 3 times, that person's in a state of grace. So my spell doesn't work. However, let's say it's a hex instead. So in a hex, I did an abortion. So the demon goes to that person and goes, "Oh, you're in a state of grace? No problem. I'll wait." So he just stands around and waits. And as soon as that person goes into a state of cardinal sin, mental sin.
Oh my God. You almost made it out. Almost made it out, John, but you had to touch your wiener. Okay? You had to fucking touch your wiener, and that was the moment that the devil was waiting for. Demon's just waiting around, watch you yank your fucking dick and thinking, "Yeah, I got you now, buddy."
Then he attached.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. That explains a lot of things for me. So when you do a spell, it's not for like some weird things to happen and all of a sudden you have it. It's more it makes more sense than that. You literally pray to Satan to send a demon to that specific person. So in the example of the car dealership, you would have the car dealer that wants to buy the other one. You'd have him buy an X, and then the demon would be sent to the other one to influence him to sell the dealership to the other guy. So that would mostly work. And the reason why a hex is so effective is because the demon can actually stay and wait for a time where the person is vulnerable. And then when that person is vulnerable, the demon kind of attacks or enters or however that works. And then the hex is most of the time going to be effective. So, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you for clarifying.
No, it
What happened in that instance is that the hex was done and the owner of the other high-end dealership died.
And
then they came to his wife and said, "Hey, we've been trying to buy this dealership. Would you sell it to us?" And she said, "Sure, I don't have any reason to keep it. We made lots of money. I'm rich. My husband died. He was insured. I'm worth more money than I could ever spend. So how much did you offer him last time? You know, and they were like, we offered $10 million. And she's like, oh, you can have it for 5. Now, I can't make the person die, but the demon can. And the demon has to tell Satan, Satan needs to get God's permission. If God says yes, the person dies.
So God is like the fucking godfather of this thing. Okay. Satan comes to him and he's like, Godfather, literally Godfather. I need permission to put a hit out on this guy. He owns a car dealership. Amazing. Amazing. So in other words, God is ultimately responsible for this man dying, and you know, this other guy who is employing abortion blood magic gets to buy out his car dealership, and God's okay with that. He's fine. He signed off on it. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
So this is like the example in Job where God did not give permission. Okay, super interesting. Let's go back to abortions, because in your book you talk a lot about abortions. Obviously, you did that a lot. That's one of the main things that you talk about now, and you talk against. You performed 149 abortions, and 146 were successful. So 3 of them failed. We already talked about why you performed so many abortions. Can you explain why 3 of them failed?
Sure. Now, it was a mystery to me back when this happened. Okay, so let me set up the scenario for one of the failures. I arrive at an abortion mill, and the abortion mill is 2 stories, and all the abortions take place on the 2nd floor. On the 1st floor, on our side, is a satanic biker gang. And they're standing there flipping cigarettes across the street, flipping them off, mooning them, bearing their breasts to them. And there's males and females in this group. They're cussing out the people across the street. Now, the people across the street I've never been to an abortion mill like this. There's all these people across the street. I don't know what they're doing. Their heads are bowed, or they're walking around silently. They're having cigarettes flicked at them. People are cussing them. They don't seem to be care. They seem to be oblivious to everything that's being said to them. They're just on the other side of the street. There's just a little 2-lane road separating them. But they seem like if you gave them cigarettes to flick back, they wouldn't do it.
Okay.
And so I'm there I have an entourage with me. I get there in a limo. I'm in my uniform. I go inside. They tell me what's going on, send me upstairs. We get upstairs and the room is set up. I have an altar already there. It's out of view of the people that are doing the abortion. You don't want to totally freak them out. I mean, it's bad enough they're seeing me. And they know that this person has already said, we can do this, this act where the satanic eye is going to come in. This person is a breeder. That she's already had like 9 abortions, and she knows what time it is.
Oh my God, it's abortion time. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my God. Fucking abortion time. She knows what time it is. She knows what's up. Coming in here to perform some fucking abortion blood magic. Unbelievable.
Knows that it's all Satanists that are going to be in there, and they're going to abort her baby to the devil. And she's okay with it. So we go in there. I'm dressed as the...
Who keeps having sex with this woman? Okay? How does a woman like that keep getting pregnant? Okay? Someone that fucking cold and heartless and fucking sinister. How does she keep getting laid? What is wrong with you guys? Stop sticking your dick in the crazy.
High Wizard, I put on a surgical mask and gloves. And we're getting ready for this abortion to take place. And I'm in there, I have a handler. And your handler gets you your sin. So if you like cocaine and hookers, he's going to get you your cocaine and hookers. But whatever it is you like, this is the guy that you go to. And he travels with me almost everywhere. So we hear the people across the street start chanting. And we walk over to the window, and it's these large jalousie windows with a big hand crank. And we can't make out what they're saying through the glass. So we crank open the window. And by the way, when they start chanting, all the bikers down below took off running and screaming. We didn't know what's going on with that. So we listened to it a couple of times, and then I start repeating what I'm hearing. I'm thinking this is where it starts, because they get to this part and they stop, and then it starts over. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Then says the second half, Holy Mary, Mother of God. And we burst out laughing because God's old. How old must his mom be? That's as far into that prayer as we got because we were acting too silly. And we're like, okay, well, crank the window shut again. And we walk back over to this woman.
Hey, it's me, and I'm sorry for interrupting this amazing story, but I just wanted to remind you.
I'm sorry for interrupting your fucking ads.
All I've got to do is get blood on my hands. We're totally ready to start. The doctor checks the woman and says, you're not dilated. She's like, what? He goes, you're not dilated. This abortion's not happening right now. This is like at least 6 hours away.
It's an abortion. Why does she need to be dilated for an abortion?
Probably tomorrow. Might be tonight. What are you doing? I said, I'm flying out in a few hours. I can't come back for a few days. And he goes, we'll do the abortion tomorrow. I said, I can't come back tomorrow. I got other stuff to be. I had other things to do. And she's like, excuse me. And I'm like, yes. She goes, is this your first rodeo too? No, I've done this quite a bit. And she said, well, the baby's in the birth canal. You might want to go ahead and start. And, I was like, he says you're not dilated. I'm not really sure what that means.
Okay.
And
yeah, I'm not sure what that means either. I don't know why he would even be concerned with whether you're dilated or not. You're not going to have the kid anyway. Well, you got to wait till the last minute. We got to make sure that it's almost a birth. Like she's just about ready to push the kid right out of her fucking cooch. And that's when we kill the baby.
I don't know what to check for. I'm not a doctor. She goes, what do you do? I said, I'm not a wizard. She goes, you don't know how to check. I don't go to.
Part of High Wizard makes you think I went to medical school, lady.
Medical school for this. And she's like, you need to get down there. You need to get busy. You need to get going. Stuff's happening. You're going to have a baby on your hands. Doctor checks again. Goes, not dilated. Baby's definitely not in the birth canal. And, she's cussing us both out. I mean, some of these words I've never even heard before. She's like, you guys need to figure this out and start. Doctor checks one more time. He goes, there's nothing going on.
So before we continue, I have one question. This one was about to give birth. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And the reason why you wait so long for the abortion, is there a specific reason why, as a Satanist, you waited that long before?
They wanted it to be a late-term abortion.
And why?
It is literally late term if it's like within the next 10 minutes, bro. If it's within the next 6 hours, it is late term. The baby's already developed.
Because you're murdering a baby that would be viable on the outside if it came out. You're killing more innocents.
So the principle is to try to do the most evil thing possible. And the worst thing is that the baby is about to come out and you just kill it right there, right?
Right.
Okay. So let's go back to the story. What happened? The lady wasn't dilated. She was cussing you out. What happened after?
Me and the doctor are involved in a conversation about when can I come back? Because I can't come back till Friday, but I've got things scheduled up until then.
I got a lot of high wizarding and fucking abortion blood magic to perform. Okay, I can't just like come back. Okay, I have a busy schedule. I party with rock stars, buddy.
What do you have scheduled? Can you get me another girl in here on Friday that would understand what's happening? And as we're having this discussion, we hear a baby cry. And we both look down, and the baby came out.
I'm back.
Oh my God, Satan just got BTFO'd all over. Anyway, because this is the end of the stream. I'm not watching the whole thing. I just wanted to get through this part because it was so ridiculous.
Thank fucking God. I was. Oh my God, that was painful to go through.
Eat a bag of dicks.
Well, yeah. So I guess this is. I don't know. Actually, the stream's titled. This is the final stream. So I guess yeah. Sorry guys. After this, the peanut gallery is dead.
Yeah, it'll be all over once the new episode of PGW goes live tomorrow. I wanted to make this final stream to say goodbye. Okay? Because, Octo, of course, is a terrible fucking German. And he'll never learn his lesson. Okay? He just goes around performing abortion blood magic to create these fucking productions. Right.
Yep. The Holocaust wasn't enough for him.
It's just never enough. It's never a fucking enough. Not for this guy. Okay? He just can't. He just can't stop.
He just can't. He can't stop.
So now when PGW goes live tomorrow, okay, it'll be all over. Okay, it'll be 9/11 of the internet all over again.
Yep. PGW, and it's 7 to 10 viewers. Yep.
It's gonna be over. Okay, lives are gonna be ruined. Trans people are gonna kill themselves. At least 41% of them.
Oh my God.
Okay.
If only it was Pride Month.
If only the rest of you had stopped us, but you did. Okay, you encouraged it. You encouraged the drama. Oh my God! All right. Well,
time to wrap up the stream.
For the final stream, this is me, President DNA, signing off.